A very quick overview of co-sponsorship. I know Alan was asking earlier how it works. And then I'm going to hand over to James and Shelley for our co-sponsorship spotlight today. So they're going to tell us everything that they're up to in the Eastern Cape, including PE and St. Francis and Jeffreys Bay and Knysna. They're doing some amazing stuff up there. And they, to me, are a very wise pick if you're looking for someone to support a prospect in those areas. So how does co-sponsorship work? Well, if you understand the basic revenue sharing system, there's you, happy old you sponsor someone and they become a level 1 agent. Your recruited agent is on your first tier. They sponsor someone, agent B is then on your second tier, and so it goes down, and you will earn all the way through 7 tiers or 7 generations of agents up to agent G. Okay. In addition to the revenue share on all of these people's transactions, you also get 3 benefits from the person that you sponsored personally. First of all, you get the FLQA status, which enables you to unlock tiers 4 to 7. So FLQA stands for Frontline Qualifying Agent. In order for someone you personally sponsor on your front line to be an FLQA, they have to basically do, I think it's 200,000 or it's 100,000 gross commission on a rolling 6-month basis. So roughly speaking, they got to do 2 deals a year to be a frontline qualifying agent. When they become an FLQA instead of just an FLA, a frontline agent, they then help you unlock your earnings on tiers 4 to 7. In order to earn your revenue share on tier 4, what do you need? You need 5 FLQAs. So let's say you've got 15 agents on your front line, but only 5 of them have done 100,000 gross commission in the last 6 months. You've got 5 FLQAs, then you've unlocked your 4th tier. And then it's 10 for the 5th tier, 15 for the 6th tier, and 30 for the 7th tier. Okay, that's how revenue share works. That's FLQAs. The other thing you're going to get from your recruited agent, when they do their very first deal, you're going to get a stock award. You're going to get given 4,000 rands worth of eXp shares put into your Morgan Stanley account. And then the other benefit that you get from your frontline agent is for the first year, instead of earning 17.5% of the revenue share pool of their transactions, which is 10% of their gross commission, instead of earning 17.5% of that, eXp give you 50% of it in the first 12 months when you have sponsored a new agent. It's an incentive to help new agents get into production quickly. And this can be really, really profitable. So if you sponsor a capping agent, that's the maximum amount of revenue share you can earn on someone if they're a capping agent, because after they cap, you don't earn revenue share on them for the rest of that 12 months. You would normally earn on a frontline agent, capping agent, 10,500 rand for the year. If they are in their first year, because of this fast start bonus, you'll earn 30,000 rand from them that year. So it's a significant bonus. I will just add in here, if they're in another country like America or the UK or Europe, it's when you do the currency conversion on a capping agent, you make about, I think it's about 80 or 90,000 rand on a capping agent if they're in America. So don't forget to think about people you know overseas that you can introduce them to. And then let me know if you've got someone that is interested in looking, and we can get the right video for them to go and watch. Okay, so how does co-sponsorship work? Well, let's say I have a prospect who lives in Port Elizabeth, and I feel like, man, I can't really give this person the support that they're going to need because I live in Cape Town, but I know that James and Shelley Conyers run an incredible team in PE. They've got the hub, they've got the administrative support, they do rental assistance. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they offer their agents. I'd love James and Shelley to like support my agent there. How can that work? Well, what happens then is we can insert James and Shelley as co-sponsors between me and my recruited agent in PE. So what you'll see eXp do then is if that agent, and they've got to do it within 5 days of joining eXp, okay? And that's not going to change. Doesn't matter if you like it, you don't like it. That's the way it is. You've got 5 days to choose a co-sponsor. If you don't, the chance is lost. So they join eXp, they choose me as their sponsor, and then within the next 5 days, once they've been onboarded, they click a little button to choose James and Shelley. What eXp do then is they insert James and Shelley between me and the person I've sponsored, so that when this person builds a revenue share team through tiers, both James and Shelley and I benefit from everything that grows beneath that person. So now James and Shelley and I are in business together. We've both got this person in our group together. Okay, so one of the rules is you may not choose someone to be a co-sponsor who is upline from you in your revenue share team. So if James and Shelley were to find someone in Cape Town they wanted to sponsor, they could not choose me as the co-sponsor because I am James's sponsor. Okay, I'm upline from James. He can't choose me as a co-sponsor for someone. That's one of the rules. Okay, implications to co-sponsorship. And let me also say this, guys. When you join eXp or when you sponsor people who join eXp, you do not have to choose a co-sponsor. And the person that you sponsor into eXp, if you are able to give them the support they need, they don't need a co-sponsor. You can just be their sponsor. It's not like everybody's got to have a co-sponsor. Co-sponsorship is in place when there is an obvious case where the sponsor of a prospect cannot give them the support they need, and there's someone else who is geographically and logistically set up to be able to truly give that person the support they need. That's when we look at a co-sponsorship agreement. So co-sponsorship doesn't have to be in place every time someone joins eXp. Please understand that. Okay, so implications. When you use a co-sponsor, let's take me in this case. I've sponsored the blue agent. That person's in PE. We've chosen James and Shelley as the co-sponsors. What happens now is, as the sponsor, the primary sponsor, I still get the stock award, the 4,000 Rand shares when that person does their first deal. I still get the FLQA status, which is valuable, especially when you've got a business that grows a bit bigger and it goes down into your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th tiers. I get the FLQA status when that person does their requisite number of deals per year, but the fast start bonus gets paid to James and Shelley for this person, which is a really nice bonus for James and Shelley to collect in that first year. The other implication is, if I did not use a co-sponsor for my agent in PE, I would have earned revenue share all the way through 7 tiers. So I would have earned on agent G on my 7th tier. But now, because James and Shelley have been inserted in the line of sponsorship, everyone shifts down one level, and you'll see agent G is now on my 8th tier, which means I don't earn revenue share on agent G anymore. So everyone has shifted down one. So you lose 1 tier of revenue share by using the co-sponsorship agreement. Okay, I hope you understand that. That's just part of the give and take of what's happening here. James and Shelley will earn through all 7 tiers. Agent G will now be on James and Shelley's 7th tier because they were inserted into that line of sponsorship. Okay, that is the best I can do in a short space of time to explain co-sponsorship to you. I hope it makes sense. And I'm now going to hand over to James and Shells to tell us what they're up to in PE. What I'm doing in family time is each week now we're going to focus on one of my leaders around the country and put a spotlight on them as someone that you might seriously think about using as a co-sponsor if you have someone in their area. Okay, James, Shells, over to you guys. I'll stop sharing my screen so that you can share yours. Are you guys there? James, Shelley.
Sorry,
Hello.
just trying to share screen here. Hold on. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
I think what I want to do is, hi everybody. Well, what a privilege to chat to everyone. That's very awesome. Thanks for providing the platform, Steve. And hello to everyone. And I think just before we get into it, I wanted to say a big welcome to Daisy Edwards and Andrew Gelderblom, who've joined our team and who did say hello a little bit earlier. So grateful and so excited about you being in our team. They both have great experience, and Andrew's in fact an urban planner as well. So if you've got any tricky questions on zoning and anything in that side of the world or anywhere in South Africa, please reach out. And yeah, very excited about you. So thank you, and welcome to the team again, guys. So we on? Can you see our screen?
Yeah, all good. We can see it.
Okay, awesome. That's me and Shelley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to just share a little bit about our journey, and there are a few things we wanted to touch base on. You know, we've noticed as we worked through the country that there seems to be as much as eXp create this awesome environment for all of us to communicate and be part of a team, and share listings and just get to know everyone better. There does seem to be, in some areas, a disconnect, or the agents don't even know each other. And so we're on a big mission, particularly in the Eastern Cape and in the Garden route, to change that a little bit and for us to interact and just meet everyone and create an awesome collaborative environment. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about our hub in PE. We've created this awesome space which we're presenting from. It's about 350 square meters, but I'm going to let the video speak for itself.
We got a video.
Is it showing?
No.
Wait, sorry, he jumped it. He's doing my job, and he's messing it up here, man. Hold on, guys.
If you're sharing a video on YouTube, you've got to actually share a tab, not your whole screen.
I've got it, but
just close the screen. Okay. You can see the boss in this.
I can't get to there.
Is it on YouTube, Charles? Because what you can do is you can send me the link. Just WhatsApp the link to me, and then I can quickly show it.
Okay, you got it under control.
In the meantime, guys, what you can do is if you've got a little question on my explanation of co-sponsorship, why don't we cover that now? Stick up a hand and I'll see if I can answer. I'm not the world expert on it, but I'll see if I can answer your questions.
Yes, my phone.
Or maybe a little testimony. Somebody here who has used co-sponsorship and it's working well for you. I'd love to hear from somebody. While we've got a bit of gap, let's use the time. Mary.
Any good sponsors in Joburg, Steve? I've got an agent who might join there, and it would be lovely to know who would be a good leadership hub for them to join as a sponsor, co-sponsor.
Let's chat about Mary. Let's chat offline about it. I want to understand exactly where the person is and what they're looking for and the kind of support they need, and then maybe I can point you in the right direction. Obviously, we've got a number of very strong agents in that area.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. We'll set up some time.
We can chat. Yeah. Renelle, how's it?
Hi, good day. Fine, thanks, and you?
Good.
I'd just like to know, for how long is the co-sponsorship supposed to go on? I know it's kind of forever, but if someone don't need a sponsorship anymore, if they can do their own thing, then that still keeps on. do the person, the agent, then always call them if they need any more advice, or do they call me or whatever? That's the one question. The other question is, it's not supposed to cost us anything now. So if the co-sponsor has got their own kind of forms or whatever, that, or kind of a system that they want to teach my people, then they can do that. But I'm not going to pay for that, and my new agent won't pay for that. Is that correct?
I think that is correct, Renelle. Obviously, it depends on who you choose as a co-sponsor and what their terms are. You know, everybody can actually do things the way they want to do things. It's completely flexible. But the way I understand it at this point is that co-sponsors won't charge for what they do as long as that person is inserted into the line of sponsorship. Then they have a vested interest, you know, in helping the person grow, because they're going to make money from the revenue share. So yes, I think that is correct. And then no, there's no time limit. If you choose a co-sponsor, or one of your prospects choose a co-sponsor, that will always then be the case forever. That person will have a primary sponsor and a co-sponsor. That's the way it is. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave the questions until later. Sorry, Luyanda, because I've got the little video going here. And let me play that, and then James and Shelley can share their screen again. So just give me a second while I play this video for you. Very cool. That was a little foot tapper, James. You know your mic is still muted, huh?
So it's very challenged, yeah.
Mute this. How's it,
Yeah,
guys? Yeah,
we'll get there in the end.
so that's our awesome office, and thanks for helping. Yeah, and then just a little bit about our we've got breakaway rooms, we've got boardrooms, 2 or 3 boardrooms, we've got cold calling rooms, privacy rooms, coffee machine, and yeah, just a lack of space to get together. And then we've got
people and team in the office.
Yeah, and that's headed up by Linda Byron, as you can see there. She's our chief PPRA whip and #1 go-to for compliance and agent coaching. She's a certified coach, and she, every Monday morning, in fact, at 9:30, 10 o'clock, she does in-house coaching and training here at the office, which is great to attend. And then Kim Ulshik, I call her my eXp everything. She's in charge of agent success. Her official title is Agent Success Coordinator and Head of Happiness. So she ensures all the agents are happy with whatever their issues are. And let me tell you, it stretches from being a psychologist to being an onboarder to being whatever else. She's amazing. She's also helps with a multi-net channel. And then Karen Kutzer, as you will know, a lot of you will know, we're an approved rental management company with eXp, and Karen heads up our relationships with all our eXp partners. We'll talk a little bit about that in a few seconds. And Karen Kutzer, those of you that do work with her already, our rental partners all over the country, you'll know how awesome she is. So that's on the personnel side and the geographical side.
The 3 of them are just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and then Karen heads up a team of 7, and we all operate from this office here. But we've decided to branch out and add value, and with this new co-sponsorship, it's such an incredible way to bring new team members and to support them around the country. So the next slide is how we add value to your life and career. Obviously, you've seen the in-person offices. Those are just little clips of different people in our office and little spaces in our offices. Our professional support team, I've spoken a little bit about. We are an approved rental management company, and that's something that we now encourage any of our new partners on the rental management side to allow us to be their co-sponsor, because we do put a hell of a lot of effort into it. And it takes, we've grown our team from sort of 2 or 3 members to 7 now, where we can support our agents around the country. So I think that's a wonderful way, that rental management for agents around the country, a wonderful way for you to earn residual income into the future. And we are here to assist if it's something you want to have a look at. So that's on the rental management side. We then, because I've really cut my teeth in commercial brokerage, we offer commercial real estate training, which I do. So if anyone's interested in that, we are happy to help with commercial training. I've helped quite a few agents around the country. So I do have a little bit of experience. I certainly don't know everything, but I'm really happy to help you if you are interested in any form of commercial real estate. Then I think our collaboration efforts, we're going to talk a little bit about that in terms of our Ask events and what we're doing around the Eastern Cape and Garden Route. And then our monthly in-person self and business growth events, which we'll talk about in a few minutes.
Okay, so with all of that also comes the training in the office. So when agents join, they get onboarded, they get all the training needed, interns get a lot of support and training. So there is a lot going on in the office, and we also do it online. So it's not just exclusively for coming into the office. Our training is done online as well, which is just such great support. But where I really come into this is with the 4 C's, which I like to call them. I think last time I was on a meeting, I couldn't remember all 4 of them. But anyway, so it is collaboration, community, connection, and culture. And those 4 things really are so important to me as an agent and as a person. So collaborating and our culture, for me, go hand in hand. As an agent, half of my deals have been shared deals, whether they're with other eXp agents or even out there with different agencies. I just find collaboration is so important in this industry. And the culture has had such a bad rap over the years, the real estate industry. I mean, before I joined, I watched James in the industry, and it was really cutthroat. And I just saw a lot of nastiness and just not a positive vibe. And for James and myself, we are really trying to give it a better culture and collaborating with people. We have a good footprint in Knysna, so we came up with these events, which James will chat more about after me, but creating that whole culture right along the garden route so that it's not just exclusive to PE, where we can add some value and give back to agents all the way across through to Knysna, from St. Francis, Jeffreys Bay, Plett, Knysna, the whole garden route to that point. And just creating a community, because often when you join eXp as well, if you don't have a strong team in your town, you do feel quite left alone. And we find agents join eXp because they want to be their own boss and they want to do their own thing, but they end up feeling quite alone out there. And that's where we have decided to step in and just create a community with people all the way throughout up into Knysna, and creating that connection and building the relationships and helping each other succeed, sharing knowledge, and just creating that genuine connection.
Yeah, I think, and that's so important to Shelley and to us, and we've seen it work with our team. So we've decided to create a space in those different regions for agents to collaborate and get together, whether it's with their clients or just amongst themselves. And more than that, I have started monthly events. Our first month was last month. And we do them under the banner of an ASK event, which is an acronym for Agent Success and Knowledge, where we bring the best speakers around the country to an event, to in-person events. We had events in Port Elizabeth, J-Bay and St. Francis last month. In August, we're doing Port Elizabeth, J-Bay, St. Francis, Knysna, and Plet. And we're doing an AI and chat GPT driven event, which I think these last events were all oversubscribed. We ran out of space, and we've just seen, and it's open to all agents and it's free. And we've just seen how agents are longing to actually work together. You know, human beings like to collaborate. We saw it at the sports event this weekend. I think, you know, our natural tendency is to collaborate and share, and maybe they just haven't met each other enough or networked or been in the same environment. So,
and they're not recruiting events. They are purely giving value back to agents across the board.
Yeah, and it's all about self-growth and growing your business, and it fosters relationships. It creates networking opportunities, and it empowers learning and upskilling. And you will see the value that agents get out of this. We've had phenomenal feedback. So what we will do is, for each event, we will just open it up. We're obviously not around the country yet, but we'd like to get to that point. But in August, from the 10th to the 15th, we're doing it in those 5 locations. And we'd love you to all be there. And we'll reach out to all the eXp agents, whether you're in our team or not, beforehand. We'll send out the invitations. Bring yourselves, bring your agents, just come and enjoy the environment. And that's, yeah, and I think obviously we're all eXp agents, and the long play is, in the long game, is to show them how awesome we are and you guys are, and eventually they'll learn about the brand and ask about the brand, and then, you know, possibly look into eXp. But that's not the short game. And they really are impactful events, so please do come to them. Yeah, and anyone that would benefit. Then we're nearly done. We also believe in having tutorials and being able to duplicate and replicate what we're offering in-house here at the office, or to anyone who needs it anywhere in the country, whether in our team or not in our team, whether they want to use it for attracting agents, or whether they just want to use it to remind themselves. And it's a lesson Steve taught us, where he said, if you're asked a question more than 3 times, create a video about it, instead of having to answer it to each individual or with each individual. So we've started putting tutorials, video guides together. They're headed up by Kim Ulshich, who I spoke about earlier. And I've said to them, to all of our agents, if we ever ask more than 3 questions, please tell Kim about it, and she'll create a video. So yeah, I'm going to show you where our videos are, and then you're welcome to also tap into those at any stage. So they're on YouTube. We've just uploaded them, so you'll see they're only 5 or 6 days old.
You don't see whatever you
Hold on. Coming.
You got to drag it over.
Okay, while Shelley drags it over, I will just carry on. So yeah, so there's tutorials from signing into Google, or loading a listing on Rep, or how to create a flow campaign, which there's training for, but we don't always get the opportunity or know where to find it. So I think, can you see that screen?
Yeah, that's the YouTube playlist.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you. The playlist is on YouTube. It's called Agent Tutorials and Guidelines. It's in my channel, which is Just James eXp Realty. You're all welcome to use them. They're from, as you can see, how to edit PDF documents to, here's an example of one.
Team James and Shelley Conyers from eXp Realty.
As you can see, I have a PDF document open on my screen. If you have an offer to purchase or a mandate,
Okay, so you can see they're very professionally put together. They are guided through. They're practical. They will show you on screen exactly how to go through everything, and you'll find great value. We've done 12 or 13. We intend doing as many as it takes, and please use them at liberty. Yeah, so just really, as we finish off, I think culture and collaboration is so important for us. Let's keep this movement going. We're trying to create a sub-movement with our Ask events. We're creating space in Knysna, Plex, and Francis J. Bay for dedicated offices for agents who'd like to use those. And we'd love to co-sponsor with you in any of those areas. And we look forward to meeting those that we haven't met as we go along with our Ask events in the next couple of weeks. So thank you. Thanks for listening. And let's make this an incredible journey.
Thanks, guys.